Hey, welcome to another episode of Financial Theory. Let's talk today about how I made $75,000 in just 1 month and what led to this. So for the last 11 months, I've started my journey into the stock market and it's been a crazy roller coaster. Yeah, the results have been pretty incredible. So I started last year around May, June 2025, started into the stock market and I started buying a lot of tech stocks because I believe that technology and AI, it's the future, and that's the future of humanity. And that's why I put everything I've got into AI and tech stocks, and it's proven to be a very successful strategy so far. So in fact, I put $353,000 of my own money into AI and tech stocks. So if you're not aware, the AI boom has just begun. And if you think you've missed the AI boom, you haven't, because it's really just starting to begin. And for people who want a generational opportunity like the gold rush, this is our opportunity. This is our modern age gold rush, the AI boom. And there's still time for you guys to get in on this if you want to make money. I'm talking generational wealth here. I'm not talking about a little bit of money. This is like change your life sort of money. So I just want to put a disclaimer here. I am not telling you what to do with your money. This video is just for educational purposes only. So my thesis is that I believe AI is going to be absolutely massive in the next 5 to 10 years. And if you invest in tech stocks and AI stocks now, you're going to make an insane amount of money, life-changing money. Now, I just wanted to warn you that there are real risks when it comes to investing in the stock market. Yes, it's true, you can make life-changing money, but you can also lose your life savings at the same time. So just be aware of that. So I'm not here to bullshit you and say there are no risks, you're guaranteed to make money. No, there are serious risks here. So if you have a low risk tolerance, maybe this isn't for you and maybe you can watch another video. But for people who are interested in making money and they're okay with the risk that they're taking, keep watching this video. So with that out of the way, I just wanted to mention that my investing strategy is quite simple. It's essentially Warren Buffett's investing strategy, except with AI stocks, okay? It's very simple. Even though his philosophies are decades old, they still work today, which is the amazing thing. And I'm living proof of that because I followed Warren Buffett's investing strategy down to the T. And that's why so far things have worked out very well for me. So essentially, we are just wanting to invest in high quality companies. So we buy these high quality stocks when they are undervalued or at the most at fair price. And then we hold them long term, 10, 20, 30 years. Then we sell and then we actually make our profit. So that's the basic strategy. But I just wanted to stress that you cannot be overpaying for stocks. The price that you pay for the stocks, it's so important, because if you overpay for stocks, you're not going to make a profit. You're going to most likely lose money. So it's like if you go to the supermarket, would you rather be paying for food when it's on sale or when it's overpriced? It's pretty simple. It's the same principle. You want to be buying products when they're on sale, and the stock market's the same. That's how you make your profit. So preferably we want to be picking companies that have total dominance in their industry, where their moat is so strong that it makes it very difficult for competitors to come in and steal their business, steal their income. We essentially want to be picking companies with high profit margins, high cash flows, low debt, a world-class management and CEO. That is so important. The CEO is like the captain of the ship. If you have a quality CEO, people like Lisa Su, Jensen Huang, Elon Musk, they are world-class CEOs. They can actually steer the company in the right direction and actually take the company to higher levels. You should be buying stocks within your circle of competence, which just means that only buy stocks that you actually understand how the stock works, how the company makes money. If you can't explain how the company makes money, don't buy the stock. Simple as that. And lastly, we want to be thinking long term, 10, 20, 30 years. Warren Buffett famously said, if you're not willing to hold a stock for 10 years, don't even think about owning it for 10 minutes. So focus on the long term and avoid short-term trading and those sort of gambling habits. So currently in my portfolio, AMD stock is currently my biggest winner so far. So currently I'm up about $22,000 in AMD stock so far. And my thesis on AMD stock was quite simple. When it comes to AI and AI chips, currently NVIDIA are number one. There's no question about that. I believe in the next 5 to 10 years, AMD will be the clear number 2 chip maker in the world after NVIDIA. AMD doesn't need to beat NVIDIA or anything like that. They just need to steal a small piece of NVIDIA's pie, and that's enough to take AMD stock to the moon and take the rest of us investors with them and make us very rich. So if you don't know, for a long time, NVIDIA has been absolutely dominating the AI chip market. They've had pretty much zero competition until now that AMD is actually starting to challenge them. And it all comes down to how AMD executes in the next 3 to 5 years that determines whether the company becomes a $600-700 stock, a $1,000 stock, or if they fail, if Lisa Su and the team fail to execute, then of course AMD stock will actually crash. And I do believe AMD will be the second major AI chip maker after NVIDIA in the next 3 to 5 years. I think that's going to be very clear. So the outlook for AMD stock in the next 3 to 5 years is very good, and I'm extremely bullish on AMD achieving what they need to achieve to be the second biggest AI chip maker after NVIDIA. So basically AMD just needs to transition from the alternative to Intel to the primary rival of NVIDIA, especially in the AI data centers. That's where the real money is made. So in short, AMD doesn't necessarily need to beat NVIDIA. It just needs to be the most efficient inference platform and the only viable alternative for companies that want to escape NVIDIA's high profit margins and closed ecosystem. And Lisa Su has said that they expect the company growth within the next 3 to 5 years, the revenue growth to be at a CAGR of around about 35% or more. So CAGR is just compounded annual growth. And she also said that they expect the operating margins to exceed 35% as well. And from history, Lisa Su is a very conservative CEO. I wouldn't be surprised to actually see that bump up to 40 to 45% growth. Here's the proof that I actually did make $75,000 just in this 1 month of April 2026. Here's the proof. Now, just let you know, I'm giving you the full truth here. The previous 5 months before April 2026, my portfolio was getting smashed and I was down, I think at one time I was down like minus $20,000, but my portfolio dropped from plus $28,000 down to minus $20,000 at one point. It was really brutal. You got to be aware that there are risks, but the thing is, I knew that the stocks I had picked are absolutely rock solid. I've done 11 months of research and into buying these stocks. So I had 100% conviction. I was not scared whatsoever. And I held on to these stocks when a lot of people freaked out. They sold their stocks at a loss. Whereas I actually held my stocks. I knew that the stocks, there was nothing wrong with them. They would just bounce back up. It's because of the Iran war and high capex spend and things like that. People got freaked out. And also the AI agents, they were scared that AI was going to destroy SaaS companies. There's so many factors going into that, and that's why a lot of people freaked out and they sold off a lot of technology and AI stocks. This was just a month ago and people were selling out of all these incredible companies like Google, Amazon, Meta, Nvidia. All these tech stocks were crashing. I held on because I knew that there was nothing wrong and I knew that the stocks would rebound very violently upwards, and that's exactly what happened. So you can see here I'm up quite a lot on AMD stock right here. I think I put in initially about something like 26,000 USD in AMD stock, and now it's like 48,000 something. And with this picture here, I am currently up close to $22,000, as you can see here in this screenshot here in AMD stock. My total portfolio at the moment, I am currently up about $55,000. So at the moment, I'm actually beating the S&P 500, which is really cool, because I was getting smashed 5 months ago. My portfolio was absolutely getting decimated. As you can see here, this massive swing here. It went down pretty bad and then it went back up. So, and here's the proof that I was buying AMD stock back in June 2025 when the stock was only $139 per share. Here you can see from this graph here, there was a lot of buys here, and I added along the way as it went up as well. And now it's close to $350 per share. Yeah, so at the moment I'm up a fair bit. I put in $353,000 and now my portfolio is at 408K. Not too bad at all. That's a quick summary of how I actually was able to make $75,000 in just 1 month. The main point I wanted to make with you guys is that one is that the AI boom has just started. If you want to get in, there's still time to get in. The next 5 to 10 years, AI is going to be absolutely massive, and whoever invests in AI now will make life-changing money. Why do you think the richest people in the world are investing billions of dollars into AI? Do you think these guys are stupid? I don't think so. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, they're going all in on AI. Google, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon. These 4 companies alone are spending a collective $700 billion in 2026 alone on AI infrastructure. And I understand that a lot of investors are scared. They think $700 billion, that's a lot of money. But you know what's worth a lot more than $700 billion? $1.8 trillion. Within the next 5 years, they're actually expecting the AI market can reach $1.8 trillion. And you got to understand that if you have a business, there's going to always be upfront costs before you actually see the revenue come in. You can't expect to actually have a business if you're not willing to spend capital upfront. That's how you build a business. You invest money into the infrastructure of your business first. And I know that's the scary part because you're pumping in so much money and you're not seeing any returns yet. But it takes time. And the people that work in these companies, the people that work in Google, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, these are the most talented people on the planet. They're a lot smarter than you. They're a lot smarter than me. And I believe in these people. If there's one thing that these companies know how to do, they know how to make money. They've been proving it for years. These companies print money on a daily basis, billions and billions of dollars every single day. And these companies have the smartest people on the planet working for them. And that's why I feel very safe putting my money into these high quality companies. And I'm following Warren Buffett's strategy, but except I'm investing the majority of my money into AI stocks. I've given you the information. You can continue to work your 9-to-5 job earning $50 an hour or whatever, but remember there's a limit to how much you can earn if you're trading your time. People who get rich don't trade money for time. They invest in assets that are constantly growing. They invest in businesses, in stocks, in real estate. They invest in themselves by obtaining high quality skills, and they're constantly learning, gaining more knowledge to become better, because at the end of the day, knowledge is wealth. The more knowledge you have, the more value you can give to other people, and that's how you make money. I've shared with you guys a big secret of mine on how I'm planning to make a lot more money and to build my wealth. What you guys choose to do with that information is entirely up to you. If you enjoyed this video, give this video a thumbs up, like, comment, share, all that sort of stuff. I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.